Sustain video. Multiple sustains. I'm gonna show you how to really get into it and get through it with sustains. Check this. We have this song, and here's the first sustain. I'm gonna give some free presets, free racks, and then all the rest of the racks and presets will be in my Patreon. Now this first sustain I'm gonna show you is a serum patch. Sounds like this. This is Old Faithful, a good sustain that I use a lot, and I like it because you can make it all kinds of different sustains. And it also uses this loop back point right here. Right click, loop back point. So it just keeps looping an envelope at a bar, and it rises up, which makes this cool effect. Keep in mind too that I have volume automation, and this is like mixing it in -8 going down. Per ear, you just keep listening to the song and you mix in the sustain, make it sound amazing. Let's check out this patch. Now we have a MB triangle. With this, we have it rave table position 83, FM from V 38%, levels at 75%, has one voice. Turn on oscillator B plus 1 octave, which is just a regular default saw wave. The thing we're doing is increasing the pitch using the sync, no window. Syncs at 1.73. This rises the pitch, so let's check it out. You can make a lot of different sustains just with this one here. Put that back. And if you look at the loop back point, the looping, I have my pitch at 7, -8 right here. If we go to the effects, we only have hyper, distortion on, mix is at 25, mix is at 24, size at 50, rate detune, and then distortion has soft clip drive at 91. That's the basis to this sustain. Go to the EQ8, we cut the lows here at 200, and we boost the highs here at 5000. We got the auto pan, giving it that effect. As you see, it's barely doing much. It's barely giving it a little wave, and that's if you see the phase is at 360, it's a quarter, 21%, so just a little bit of tiny movement. Then we add the Dripment stereo effects to keep the mid signal, add some side signal, and then this is at 83% mid chain. It has nothing on it because the original signal is one voice and it's all in the middle already. Then we have this auto pan adding effect to the left and right. This is actually using an auto pan the OG way. Now it's making it go from left to right here. See, it's at 100%, 90 hertz, 200 degrees. Then we add the Fletcher-Munson curve to remove the harsh frequencies and cut it right here. Use the scale. This Fletcher-Munson curve effect is in my Patreon. And then for the ozone, this is just to monitor how wide it is. This is cool. Amazing. I like that. Cool. And then we use the same patch to make this patch as well. This is the second phrase of the drop. That's higher pitch compared to slight difference, but it's higher in pitch. Second phrase, more energy. I bring it higher in pitch, and then we just make things dubstep. Now, third sustain, the sustain laser. And in the mix. Cool. So this laser, look real quick, the automation, -2, it's going down. That's how I mixed the sound. This is the operator. The sound is also going to be available. This is the Dripment laser sustain. This operator is just playing a triangle wave, -4.2, what we're really doing, oh, it has 6 voices. This redux is on with the hard. And that's really making the sound crazy. I'll show you what the sound sounds like. Turn off all these effects. All right, so OG. Nothing's really happening here. Oh, and let me show you the note we're playing. This is a D note. The other note was also a D note. D2. This one's a D0. Cool. So now go back. Turn the redux on. Look, redux is... Dang, dang, dang. Yeah, that's hard. I chose 40. We use this frequency shift to then change the frequencies, you know what I'm saying? You do this by taste, by ear. You mix this in. You play the drop over and over and over and over and over again, and you just keep moving this until it sounds how you want it to sound. Tune it by ear with all of these sustains. Next, EQ8. Boom. Big cut. Ooh. Big dip. Nice. And then it sounds like this. Removing a lot of frequencies, giving it its space. And then we just say, you know what? Let's add OTT to make it fat. That's a big fat. But then we add JST clip to clip it because we turned it down anyway, so this doesn't really do much. Add Fletcher Munson curve to take away a tiny bit of harsh frequencies. Scales at 12%. And this auto pan, giving it a little wavy. Giving it a little wavy. And then, of course, add the stereo effects. Now you hear we have side signal. That's just mid. Now we have side. Important thing about this is that we add side, but also keep the mid because we can't lose the mid for obvious reasons. We can't lose our mono signal for obvious reasons. Watch my mix and mastering video. Glue compressor. Boom. This is just to add compression at the end, more volume. And really, you mix this by ear, you get it to the perfect volume in the mix. Boom. Laser. Done. Check out this one now. This is called the MARAUDA Pitch Down Sustain volume 3.98. Ooh. Okay. Let's hear it in the mix. Damn, son. Let's remove all the effects real quick. Real quick on these. One of these. Look at the serum patch. This is really just sine waves. FM. Just FMing sine waves to the maximum. Look at this filter. It's taking away a little bit of the highs. Cutoffs at 2000. Tries at 87. It's only on A. We have 6 unison voices on the second oscillator. Only 1 on the first oscillator. Second oscillator is at 4 octaves high. And then we also have a sync mode. 1.55%. This sync knob is the fun knob I call, because this is how you pick what tone. Super high pitch, medium pitch, low pitch, mid-high pitch. Any pitch you want, you do it with the sync knob. If you look at this LFO, they ain't doing nothing. Look at this level, it says 75. Look at this FM from B, we're at 50. Sync knobs at 1.54. Remember, this is all going to be on my Patreon, and this is at 0. Sub on. FX, distortion, tube, 100%. Filter, comb plus. Cutoff, 13,170. Resonance 20. Hyperdimension. These are on 100% mix, 44% mix. All the way down to the size, rates, and detune. We got something like this. There's a pitch bend going on here, if you hear. See this pitch bend? Serum's at 1212. Pitch bend going down like this. You do this pitch bend by taste, by ear. You choose yo pitch bend. Next, add chorus. Add a reverb at the 59, 219 decay. We add the amp with the dual on, boost mode. Distortion. And then we add the EQ. I call this the bumpity bump EQ. We're just letting all the lows play, taking out these highs, adding a multi-band compression. No OTT, just regular. Check these settings. We add a saturator, a bit warmer preset, 8 decibel drive, 61%. Then we add the auto pan for the phase motion, 89%, phase Z0, 12.4 hertz. Boom. Let's listen. Off, on. So as you see, combine the auto pan with the pitch bend, you got a whole recipe for success. Now, EQ. This is the final EQ to clean that. See that? Cut them lows. Cut a little bit of highs. And then we use the saturator to just add a little bit of volume at the end. Soft clip it. To clip it at 0, 6 decibels of drive. Aye, that's hard. Now, sustain number 4. I call this one sustain 4 fight because it's just mid-bass, heavy boxing match, MMA, UFC 269. Let's check it. Again. Jesus. This is fun. And if you think about it, you can make this any tone imaginable. You can go hard with your tones. And I'm going to show you how to go tony. Let's turn off these effects. Turn them off. Turn them off. And let's head over to Serum. I love you, Serum. All right, let's check her out. So we got Ethos, digital. We made this 6 voices. Detuned it, blended that, 27 blend, 0.07 detuned. Levels at 83%. Sync, 1.5 windows at 2.27%. The sync, as you can tell, changes the pitch. So you can move this to your taste and you tone it by ear. Keep listening to the song, keep moving it, you find that perfect spot. Then we add a square. I call it the sexy square. See that? All right, so listen to that. We got our mono signal. Then we add stereo wide signal. Then of course we add the sexual comb filter. Put the cutoff at 8. Resonance at 39. Drives at 26. This is the first comb because we're adding another one. If you look at the LFO, not doing nothing. Chilling. Go to the effects. Distortion. Tube. Drive 100. Look at this cut right here. We got this combs filter number 2. Cutoff 28. Resonance 40. Drive 39. And then we add the multi-band compressor to make it loud. These comb filters are life savior. All right, now we're done with the serum patch, and then we head over to EQ8. Cut them lows. Cut them lows. What is this serum effects doing over here, you may ask? Ring mod effect. Mix at 32%. Cut off here. Only in certain sections. Let's listen to this, and let's look at the automation. Only at the end. Listen. A little bit of wavy. You already know. You already know. OTT gain comped. This, where's this going? In the Patreon. Another effect. And this just makes it louder, you know? This is one of the best OTTs I have gathered over time from Excellent Sound. They showed me how to make that. EQ8, cutting out these lows and some of these mids. Cleaning it up. Because if all these frequencies play, it'll just sound too much with all the other sounds. JST clip, chilling. And then Haas effect at the end to make it wide. For this specific sound, I didn't want to add the mono stereo effects. I just wanted to make it wide, only wide. And yep, that's how I left that sound. This will all be grouped up, put in a instrument rack, and put in the Patreon for you guys to have. That's sustain 4 and then sustain 5. This is the other method that you should use when you want to make a sustain on the go. This is like, it's like Lunchables, but for sustains. Sustain 5. So first you start with a regular sound. So that's a loop, but what you do to the loop is you get one of these in sections, right? Do a little cut. And when you get this, you start messing with the audio and you start warping it to make it sound different. So if you look over here at the ones I made, check them out. They sound like this. Warp is on, but what I did was I hit ×2 and I stretch them out. When you stretch them out, you usually multiply them to make them longer, but you can also divide them by 2 to make them smaller. But you use these to manipulate the sound and change it. You go to texture, turn down the grain size, turn down the flux. You can mess with these by taste, and then you mess with the transpose. And I transpose it up to 36. If I did it higher, look at all these sustains. Just unlimited. And that's the point. We want to be able to make unlimited sustains because every song is going to be different. You're going to tune each sustain by ear on each section. That's the whole goal. You have to keep in mind, not every sustain is going to work for every song or every time. You always have to change it up a little bit to match the song, though. Match that song, though. That's 5 sustains. That should be enough knowledge to start you guys on your sustain bases. The way I use sustains is like in the background, as you can see here. This is my preferred one. I mixed it in the background. I turned it down so you can hear the main lead louder and more prominent. But in other songs, you may want your sustain to be that main sound. Like, for example, this sound. If we made it mono again and just pumped it, we can make this loud, turn it up, and make it a main lead. Depending on your song, depending on the day, depending on your brain, it's going to be different. But I hope you guys enjoy that. That sustains. You guys stay fresh. Keep it real. Subscribe, like, do everything.